Alright, by popular demand, here's the first go at recording a video with commentary. It's going to be a 3-star by Grendel on their number 6. He's a 9.5. It's got about 10 spells. Most of them end up getting dropped outside of the map, like usually where the trees are. But, oh yeah, war maps there are no trees, so he's usually just healing dirt. He doesn't do any of that here, so that's why I'm showing this attack. So here's number 6. Okay, before I roll it, give you a bit of background on this base. We had one failed attack on it. I don't remember if it was a 1 or 2 star, but same type of attack. It's a stoned 3 golem GoHo. It was run by KFC. Fortunately, by Grendel, KFC doesn't know how to build funnels, so he got a second chance at hitting it and putting 3 stars here. So first off, there's 2 gaps here, 2 gaps in the middle. So you can lure the CC with 1 barb. We knew it was a hound in the CC. And then the double giant bombs, there's 1 set here, 1 set here, and then I think it was 2 Teslas next to the town hall. So a base like this, we've had a couple options. In the past, what we would do is, without the doubles being down here, we would come in from the top. We usually use a shattered GoHo. Sometimes wall break the first 2 compartments, or even just jump over this middle to get to the king and queen. Kill the heroes, and then hog from the side or from top down. You can't do that here because the double giant bombs are protected in the second layer. So our other option was to run a heavier kill squad, 3 golems, from the south, and they have to cover about 2/3 of the map to get the queen, because the queen's going to come down to just below the town hall area. You can only really do this with, I'd say, mid to high heroes, and you are definitely going to need max golems to take down a max town hall 9 defense base like this. So that's why we have Grendel picking on these town hall 9s. So first thing he does, lures the CC, and he does something a little bit different here. He actually doesn't go off and kill the CC. He basically just distracts it for the whole raid. So we already knew it was a hound in there, and hounds can usually turn raids to shit pretty fast. So he pulls the hound to the corner, 2 archers, 1 healer, uses 16 troop space, and you know this raid's about just over 2 minutes long, and I don't think the hound even goes down. You don't even need it to be killed. You just need it to not take all this AQ damage of yours. So the golem drops go down. Because there are the gaps there, the middle golem is going to path to the blower. Second golems, or the second and third golems, get put in at the gaps so that they aggro the Teslas. What this does is you don't have your wizard towers hitting your 1 pack of golems that are stacked, which would essentially do 3 times the damage. Keeps your kill squad up longer this time, and it also gives you a bigger spread, because if these golems weren't spread like this, the cannon wouldn't be hitting the side golems, and then you couldn't build this funnel wider. And this is what went wrong in the first attack, is the BK got into this middle pocket here, took out all these defenses, so the cannon, AT, and Tesla, and then because these collectors were up on the sides, he ran outside because he's a retard, hits this, and then just goes shopping all the way up to the top. And you need that king to come in after everything's down to kill the queen. So I'm just going to let this funnel build. He should be dropping his jump pretty soon. You notice he drops the king late. This is really important for bases with deep archer queens, because you don't want the king to lose, a third or even half of his hit points by the time he gets to the AQ. So we'll stop it here. You see the golems split, they go this way, and because that middle golem jumped in first, it took all the aggro from the expo. So if you look at the king here, he's still full health. King's trailing behind, she's totally safe. All the giant bombs get tripped. And so once you see the AQ with the 2 exclamation marks, most of you know this already, but for some of the newer guys, that means that she's locked onto the target. You know, she's not going to kill the BK anytime soon. So at this point, you're safe to drop the hogs. There's no bombs left on the map. There's just a couple spring traps that you might have to worry about, but because this layout is so compact at the top, there's really no threats. So AQ goes down, core goes down, and then look at the hog drops. He had 18 hogs, so he sent 9 into each of these, 2-finger drop. Because he pathed them in this way, their next targets are going to be, this is going to go to either the wizard tower or the mortar, and then the bottom pack is going to go to the mortar. And then they're all going to stay as one group, which is exactly what you want. Sometimes you'll see hogs path and they'll break up into like 2 different or even 3 different groups. That just causes hell when you're trying to heal them. It didn't really matter in this raid, but always good to keep your hogs together unless you're doing a surgical. It keeps their DPS higher, takes down defenses faster. He drops the first heal. This is a really good heal for Grendel, because normally his heals would be like out here, healing like an enemy Tesla or something. And it's pretty much clean up from here. He's got 5 left over Wiz. You always want to keep Wiz for the end of a raid, especially end of a hog raid, because your hogs are usually clumped up in one area and they're going to have to start cleaning up on the outsides of the map. If you take a look at the archers on the Hound, you know, there's 30 seconds left in this raid. Still about a third of the Hound's hit points left. You know, don't even have to deal with it. Really good way of dealing with a CC Hound. And that's pretty much it.